going to be on there. This is the weaving that I'm working on right now. It's a view through a window of my daughter's apartment in Denmark. And although these buildings all are in the city where she lives, they're not in this particular composition. And up here is a photograph of the view out the window, and you can see that I've added a few things and taken a few things away, added the cat. So every drawing, every weaving, I draw my design out on graph paper, and this shows me how to weave it. And each column, each vertical column here on the graph paper has a number, and those numbers correspond to the numbers up here on my loom, on my harnesses of my loom. So anything that happens in column 34 is going to be controlled right here on this harness, or this harness. Okay? So as I weave, I have 3 shuttles, all with different colors. And because I have more than 3 colors going across in any one line of the drawing, of the design, I'm going to have to do some tricky things. So here's the blue background of the sky. And you can see it just goes through there like that. Now, where this weft yarn goes over 2 threads and under 1, it's going to show up on the front. The blue is going to show up on the front. Here, where the blue is going under 2 warp threads and over 1, the blue will mostly be on the back. Okay, so that's the first shot. We call it a shot. Okay. Now, this is going to be the gray of the steeple of the church. And it's going under all these threads and popping up here at the steeple. See, that's controlled right here on the loom. It's going over 2 threads and under 1 here at the steeple. And then it's going to come up again here at the top of this little steeple, where I'm going to pick up 1 yarn. This is called a clasped weft. And it's a tapestry technique. Okay? So I'm coming back here after I've clasped, see, I've clasped the wefts together. And that way I can get 2 colors in any one shot. I have brown from here over and gray from there over. I heat it. Now I want to change, oh, not quite yet. And this shuttle is giving me my little wispy clouds over here and the side of the windowsill right here. So that cloud color, or mist color, is going to pick up the tan of the windowsill and come back here. Now that's really basically 1 line of weaving. Okay. So after I get it in there, and I leave a little angle here so that the weft yarn has enough slack in it to kind of go over and under everything. Okay, now I don't want the steeple to show up for this next one, so I'm going to remove it from this harness and put it here where all the other blues are. Okay? And then over here the gray steeple stays the same, so I don't have to change anything there. Okay, now I'm going to come back with my sky color, I think. Okay. Be careful to... Oh, one more thing I forgot is I'm changing... No, I'm not changing. So sometimes I refer to my drawing, especially when I'm in this really busy part of the drawing, of the design, but when I'm doing the part of the drawing, like up here in the sky, I don't have a lot going on, so I can kind of do it without constantly referring to my drawing. Okay, so here's the steeple. Here I'm going to pick up the, even though this color isn't going to show up, I still have to pick it up. So there's my clasp weft again. And my steeple. And my wispy little clouds over here and the windows. Now I want my clouds to Okay. Well, I want my little wispy clouds to kind of go away, so I'm going to take them off what would be what was showing up the white. And that's going to go on the sky blue harness also. And then back here at my steeple, I'm going to change this. So that's basically all there is to it. It's just time consuming and you have to kind of pay attention so you don't have to correct mistakes, because you can unweave it, but you don't necessarily want to have to do that. Okay, and this is the rest of my studio. This is what it looks like most of the time. And on the floor over here, that's where I lay out all my yarns. I dye my own yarns, and so I have a lot of variations of different colors, and so in order to see them properly, this is sort of like my palette, and it usually looks worse than this, but I'm at the end of the weaving now, so there it is.